All right, let's just cut right to the chase and be completely honest with each other from the get-go. If you hop online right now, I'd say about 99% of the advice you're going to find on how to become a millionaire in a year is, well, it's pretty much absolute nonsense. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? They tell you to stop buying that morning coffee. They tell you to just diligently stash $50 a month into an index fund. Or maybe they try to hype you up on starting a dropshipping business with literally zero prior experience. But here is the brutal truth those gurus conveniently forget to mention. If you actually follow that standard, cookie-cutter advice, it's going to take you roughly 150 years to become a millionaire. Most of us just don't have a century and a half to wait around. So if you want to condense an entire lifetime of wealth building into just 365 days, the math absolutely has to change. Your risk tolerance has to change, and honestly, you have to change. Today we're going to walk through an explainer of the real, unvarnished blueprint to making this happen, relying on pure math and execution.
Look, there's a massive, stark contrast between wealth preservation and wealth creation. Saving $50 a month and skipping a $5 latte might make you feel super financially responsible. And hey, that's great, but it's a strategy for preservation. It is not a strategy for creation. You simply cannot save your way to $1 million in a single year. It's mathematically impossible. Well, unless you're already making millions, of course. To hit a 7-figure income in just 12 months, the whole game completely shifts from how much can I cut back to how much can I generate. You literally have to grow into that number by executing and earning. There are no gimmicks here, no secret hidden courses I'm trying to pitch you. We are looking at a clear, actionable strategy that takes that traditional, slow-lane financial advice and flips it completely on its head.
$83,333. If you take $1 million and divide it by 12 months, this is exactly what you get. To hit 7 figures in a year, you must build systems capable of generating $83,333 every single month. By taking this massive, intimidating goal of $1 million and breaking it down into a monthly target, it instantly stops being some wild fantasy and starts becoming a tangible, mathematical reality. But let's be super clear. You don't just stumble into 83 grand a month. No way. You have to aggressively build an engine that produces it. So the question is, how exactly do we build that engine?
To get there, we'll follow a very specific, no-nonsense path. First, high-value vehicles. Second, high-income skills. Third, systems and leverage. And finally, number 4, the brutal reality.
Okay, starting with part 1, high-value vehicles. So the reality is, not all business models are created equal. If your goal is to hit that $1 million in a single year, you have to choose a vehicle where the millionaire math actually works in your favor. Let's say you decide to sell a $20 product. To make $1 million, you'd need to find, convince, and fulfill 50,000 individual customers. Building an infrastructure to handle 50,000 customers in a single year is basically impossible for a beginner. The logistics alone would absolutely crush you. But what if you sell a $5,000 service? Suddenly, you only need 200 clients for the entire year. Let's break that down. That is less than 4 clients a week. Acquiring 4 clients a week, that is a highly achievable target. On a tight 1-year timeline, you absolutely must operate in a high-ticket space.
The golden rule for step 1 is simple. Do not reinvent the wheel. You just need to find expensive problems that businesses are already actively paying thousands of dollars to solve, and then figure out how to solve them better or faster. The top 3 vehicles for this are Burst, B2B services. Think along the lines of managing paid ads, high-converting copywriting, integrating artificial intelligence into existing operations, or premium video editing. Second, content and audience monetization. This means building a highly specific targeted audience and selling them premium consulting or software. And third, micro-acquisitions. Buying small, revenue-generating websites, fixing them up, and flipping them for a profit. The key? Pick one that solves a high-ticket problem.
Moving right along to step 2. High-income skills.
Now, you might be looking at those $5,000 services and thinking to yourself, yeah, but I don't have a skill worth $5 grand. Well, guess what? Every single person making millions today started with absolutely zero skills until they made the active decision to learn. The foundation for your first few months is a very simple equation. High-income skill plus sales strategy equals wealth. If you want millionaire money, you need a millionaire skill set, and you have to combine these 2 forces. Think about it. You could be the absolute best AI automation engineer on the planet, but if you don't know how to actually sell your services, you're going to starve. On the flip side, if you're an incredibly smooth salesperson but you don't have a real valuable skill to back it up, well then you're just a fraud. You absolutely must master both. So, what does this actually look like in practice on a random Tuesday? The first 30 to 60 days require an intense, obsessive level of learning. You literally need to split your time straight down the middle. Spend 4 hours every single day learning your core technical skill, whether you're buying ads, building sales funnels, or writing code. Then spend the other 4 hours doing relentless outbound sales. I'm talking cold emailing, building genuine connections on LinkedIn, and mastering the art of client persuasion. Your one and only goal for those first 3 months is just survival, securing those first 3 to 5 paying clients. That is the daily, gritty grind required to get this engine started.
All right, let's look at step 3, systems and leverage.
If you put your head down and really execute on those first 2 steps, by month 6, you should be bringing in somewhere between 10 to 20 grand a month. But watch out, because this right here is the danger zone. When you hit that mark, most people end up just becoming glorified freelancers. Your calendar is completely jam-packed, you have 0 free time, and your income is hard-capped simply because you physically cannot work any more hours in a day. To jump from $20,000 up to that magical $83,333 a month, you must shift from personal labor to leverage. You cannot do it all yourself. You need 3 specific multipliers. Number 1 is labor. You need to hire strong operators to execute the service while you focus purely on high-level strategy and sales, basically turning your service into an agency. Number 2 is code and productivity. Use AI and software to automate like 80% of your busy work, which allows you to handle 5 times the number of clients. And number 3 is media. Turn your hard-earned knowledge into a scalable product like a high-ticket group coaching program or a digital product that literally sells while you sleep. The whole system has to keep running whether you're sitting at your desk or flying on an airplane.
Which brings us to our final point, part 4, the brutal reality. We've covered the math, the vehicles, the skills, and the leverage. Now it's time for a very sobering reality check. The quote says it all. The math is simple, the execution is brutal. This is the final truth that, frankly, nobody really wants to accept. Becoming a millionaire in 12 short months requires a level of intense, borderline unhealthy obsession. It means looking your friends in the eye and saying no to parties. It means working straight through your weekends and eliminating every single distraction from your life. It means waking up, facing rejection 50 times a day from potential clients, and then waking up the very next morning ready to do it all over again without even thinking about quitting. The concepts we've explored in this explainer are straightforward, but actually living them out every single day for a year, that is going to test absolutely everything you have.
So, if you followed this explainer all the way to the end, and you honestly believe you are ready to commit to 1 full year of absolute unwavering focus, what high-value skill are you going to master? There are no more excuses left. The math is laid out right in front of you. It's time to get to work. Drop your chosen skill in the comments below, make your firm commitment today, and let's start building.